Hi, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. For me, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing quite yet. I am going to assume that it's going to be too cold for a motorcycle ride, so that probably will not happen. Honestly, I'm probably just going to be working on cutting out a bunch more feathers from the felt. Yeah, besides that, I don't know what I'm going to be doing today, but I wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a bit. This piece is not going to probably go here. I just kind of have it because it's just kind of there. I have started working on the black felt, and yeah, these things are going to be a lot bigger than I was expecting, honestly, but I absolutely love it. The other side is kind of laid out the same way. Obviously still does not look great. I realize this, but it's honestly a lot better than I was expecting, and these pieces are not glued on yet. They are just still loose, and they might not end up there. I don't know. It's just kind of, I'm thinking about putting them there, and the other side is laid out the same way as well. These pieces are all also double-sided because they're the bottom row like these are. But again, this is the progress that I have made so far. Figuring out where I'm placing the feathers is definitely the most time-consuming part of this. Cutting the felt out, very easy and quick. I also have a bunch of other pieces that were just kind of like extra feather shapes that were left over from the fabric. I don't know if you can tell really how many there are there. There you go. You can kind of sort of see how many there are. So I have a lot of extra pieces that are there just in case, and I still have about, I don't know, about half of the black, a little bit over half of the black left over. Definitely used a lot more of this than the white so far. The white is right here, so yeah, I still have a lot more of that still, but that makes sense because the black is bigger. It's generally what it's gonna look like, and these things are going to be absolutely massive, and they are taking a lot of felt, which I was expecting, and honestly I'm getting kind of nervous because I'm already halfway through the black, how heavy these things are gonna be, because, you know, it's adding a lot of weight to it. Laura seems to have dropped a couple of leaves, so I'll have to pick those up. And yes, she is just living over there, by the way. It seems to be a safe spot for her right now. But yeah, I am nervous about the weight because I have not picked them up yet, obviously, because none of those pieces are glued on, but I just wanted to give you a quick update. They're still doing really well. Again, not where this piece is gonna go. Still really loving how they're turning out. I just need to figure out where I want to, like how I want to arrange those. But as for what I'm doing today, this is probably going to be it. Unless it starts to get more sunny, then Dad and I might still go for a motorcycle ride, because right now it's really cold, especially, like, not really cold, but it's really cold for me. And being on a motorcycle, you know, you can kind of figure that it's at least 20-25 degrees even colder than it feels like outside. So that's in Fahrenheit, so I don't know what that equals out to be in Celsius, but it can be pretty chilly on the motorcycle. Then add in no sun, it's like even colder. So I don't know if we're gonna be going today or not still, but maybe. So I'm gonna get back to working on the wings for a little bit now, and then either I'll give you an update on how they're doing, or I will after a motorcycle ride. I'm not sure yet, but I will see you in a second. I just came back into my room and I forgot that I can't open the door all the way because the feathers are all the way over here. My floor is covered, but Dad and I are gonna head out and go on a motorcycle ride now, so I hope you enjoy. I've already started knitting just a teeny tiny bit, but Dad and I obviously are back from the motorcycle ride. We honestly were out a lot longer than I was expecting. It was a little bit warmer, thankfully, too, than I was expecting, so that was also very nice. It was cold in the shade. Dad said it was like perfect, but to me, obviously, it was, you know, it was cold, but it still felt really nice, and the sunshine was obviously very helpful. And there was so many people like making bales of hay. I don't know if you were able to see the one. I think the last one that I showed you, he was actively like baling it. Is that what it's called? I have no idea. I'm not sure if that's like an all year thing or if it's just really growing right now because it is the end of summer. I have no idea, but it was really cool to see. Obviously, as you saw, it was just a really pretty day for motorcycle rides, so I'm glad that we were able to go. And then when we got back home, when I walked in my room again, I completely forgot that I basically can't see the floor. So, yep, that was a surprise, but honestly, leaving and coming back, I really like how the wings are turning out. They look amazing and they're gonna be really big. So like, I knew that they were gonna be big, but I didn't realize how big they were gonna be. So I'm honestly kind of really happy about that. I am nervous about the weight because the frame that they're on is just made of plastic and it's not obviously meant to hold all of this weight. So I'm kind of nervous about that, but I'll reinforce it if it needs to be. I don't know how, but I'll try to figure out a way. I only have glued on so far the black on the side that's on this side, not on the one that's in that corner. But those ones look really good. I don't think they're dry enough yet. Otherwise I would show you, but I don't want to pick it up just yet, just in case they're not fully dry, and then I'd have to re-glue them again, and that would be just kind of annoying. So not quite yet. I'll probably show you an update on them tomorrow, but so far they are going a lot better than I was expecting, which is very exciting. I am kind of struggling with the feathers that are going to be in the center of the wings. I have the edges like figured out, and probably the top as well. I think I might have that figured out, but I don't know exactly how to do the center ones. That is mostly what's taking the time because I'm trying to figure out and getting overwhelmed and everything, and then I have to take a break. How to layer them and not make it look messy, but also not make it look just like a bunch of straight lines, because that's what I tend to do. So that's been a bit of a struggle, but I'll figure it out. The longer feathers on the outside of the wings, by the way, I think it's so long that when they're closed, it might go like down to the back of my knees. I'm not entirely sure on that, the top of my calf. They're gonna be very long, which is kind of amazing. Hopefully they'll look good as well when I open it. I'm gonna try to stiffen the edges just a little bit on the super long ones with the craft glue, because that made the felt really hard. So I think that's gonna work fairly decently on those. But yeah, so far these things are so much better than I was expecting them to be. And I honestly don't know if I'm going to add any of that blue fabric. I might, but I don't think so. I'm just enjoying the black and white. Obviously, I like black and white. I paint my nails black and white all the time. I might just leave black and white, but I also really like black, white, and blue color combination. I painted my mirror a while ago in the exact color. I noticed it last week when Mom and I were rearranging my bedroom furniture that I painted the around my mirror. Here, I'll show you. It's kind of a mess over there too, so ignore that. Trying not to like show the entirety of the mess that I have going on, but I painted this in the same way, and I did this like, I don't know, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I don't know, but I didn't realize that I did this, and that's how I made the smaller wings. I have no idea why I like that color combo so much. It's very interesting. Also, that paint felt really gross, so I might need to, like, I have some like paint sealant. It's just a clear thing that makes it shiny. I might have to paint over that because it felt really chalky and dry. So I might have to touch that up a little bit and just kind of freshen it up because that was really gross. So I might add a couple of the blue fabric like feathers in there. but I don't know if I will or not. I do also need to figure out, which I'm struggling with, how to blend the two colors in together, because I don't want them to just be like black on the outside and then white on the inside. I want them to kind of, you know, blend into each other well, but I'm struggling with the center obviously, but I'll figure it out. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just focusing on the edges and then I'll work my way in. But yeah, that was pretty much the entire day today, just working on the wings and going for a motorcycle ride, which I almost didn't do. And I hope you enjoyed watching it too. But anyway, let me finish up knitting this row real quick and I will be right back. This is what the blanket looks like for today up close. Obviously, it's still on the pink orange color, whatever you want to call it. I'm also really enjoying how it's pink and then all the yellow for summer, and then it's like pink again in the spring. It's actually, you know, as much as I don't enjoy using that color because it means it's cooler, it's making the blanket really, really pretty. But anyway, so you can see the whole thing. Let me back up. There you go. This is how the entire thing is looking. It's so pretty. It is honestly looking a lot better than I was expecting it to. I knew it would look good, but this is like, it's really pretty. So I'm really happy with it. Because, you know, you never know how something's going to end up looking. It could have had too many colors on it. It could have had too little colors. I don't know, but honestly, I think it's absolutely perfect. Even like the colors going together or whatever. I think it's absolutely perfect and I love it so much. And of course, getting to knit with you is a big part of that too. So just thank you for being here. And as for tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to be doing. I don't think the yard needs to be taken care of this week. We might still do it though, just because, but I don't think it necessarily needs the all of the care and everything, but you never know, we might still do the yard work. And besides that, I have no idea what tomorrow is gonna bring, but I'm looking forward to spending it with you. And as for today, I hope you enjoyed the video, but more importantly, I hope you had a good day today, no matter what you did. If it was a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you had a good day, and just thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching.